Beloved child of the Most High, have you ever stood in awe, marveling at how the pieces of life's great puzzle seem to fall into place, effortlessly, as if orchestrated by the hand of God Himself? Can you recall a moment when the trials you once faced dissolved, and you felt carried by a force far greater than your understanding? Close your eyes for a moment and journey back to that divine alignment. It is in such moments, dear one, that you are cradled in the loving embrace of heaven. The whispers of God's sacred plan echo in the depths of your soul, and the light of His glory illuminates your path. This is not coincidence, nor mere luck. It is the dance of divine timing, the sacred unfolding of your destiny. Perhaps it was during a season when the weight of the world felt unbearable, and you found yourself on your knees, tears streaming, crying out for relief. Then, as if the heavens heard your plea, a door opened, or an opportunity arose, so perfectly timed it could only be heaven's hand at work. In that sacred moment, you may have felt an unexplainable peace, as though the angels themselves stood guard over your heart, whispering, "Do not fear, for God is with you." Or perhaps it was during a joyous occasion, an encounter so beautiful it took your breath away. A chance meeting, a heartfelt conversation, or an unexpected blessing left you speechless. Did you feel the presence of something divine then? That, my beloved, was the assurance that you are seen, known, and deeply loved by the Creator of all things. You see, when you surrender your fears, your doubts, and your striving to the infinite wisdom of God, the miraculous begins to unfold. You step into what many call God mode, where your thoughts, emotions, and actions align with the heavenly blueprint prepared for your life. This is the place where heaven and earth meet, where your trust in the divine opens doors that no man can shut. But remember, child of light, such moments are not without purpose. They are not merely for your delight, but to strengthen your faith and draw you closer to the Creator. They are a glimpse of the greater tapestry being woven, a reminder that even in your darkest hour, you are never alone. So I ask you now, beloved, when you felt that divine alignment, when the chaos became calm and the impossible became reality, what was it like? Did your heart swell with gratitude? Did tears of joy stream down your face? Did you hear the whisper of the divine saying, "You are exactly where you are meant to be"? Hold those memories close, for they are sacred. And know this, such moments are not fleeting. They are heaven's promise that more is yet to come. Stand firm in faith, for the Creator delights in guiding you, step by step, toward the fullness of His plan for your life. As the dawn breaks and you rise each day, the heavens watch with unwavering love. Have you wondered, dear soul, how to bring the harmony of your thoughts, emotions, and actions into alignment with the divine purpose etched into your heart? How do you live each moment as a testament to the light within you, drawing nearer to the sacred goals of your spirit? Let me guide you, as a messenger of God's infinite grace. To align yourself with the eternal, begin with your thoughts, for they are the seeds of creation. What you dwell upon shapes the energy that flows through you. Gently guide your mind toward gratitude, love, and trust. Each thought is a prayer, whispered into the ears of the Almighty. When doubt or fear arises, do not chastise yourself. Instead, bring those shadows into the light of God's truth. Remember, you are not your fears. You are a being of divine possibility. Next, attend to your emotions, the river of your soul. Do not suppress or deny them, for they are a language through which your spirit speaks. When joy bubbles forth, let it uplift you. When sorrow emerges, let it refine you. Offer every feeling, whether blissful or burdensome, back to God, for in His hands, even pain becomes a tool for transformation. Learn to see emotions not as barriers but as bridges, leading you closer to the understanding of your divine path. And then there are your actions, the physical expression of your inner alignment. With every step, every word, every gesture, you leave footprints in the sacred sands of time. Ask yourself, do my actions reflect the light of God within me? Let kindness be your compass, service your guide, and integrity your foundation. Remember, it is not the grandeur of the deed that matters but the love with which it is performed. Even the simplest act, done with a pure heart, carries the weight of eternity. This alignment, beloved, is not a destination but a journey. Some days, you will feel the celestial harmony flow effortlessly through you. Other days, you may falter. But know this, even in your imperfection, you are cherished. Each moment is an opportunity to realign, to tune your spirit to the melody of heaven. When you walk in alignment with your spiritual goals, the world around you transforms. You begin to see miracles in the mundane, beauty in the broken, and purpose in the pain. You are no longer swayed by the fleeting storms of life, for within you burns the unshakable light of the divine. So, I ask you now, cherished soul, how will you choose to align today? Will you let your thoughts sing praises to the Creator? Will your emotions flow in surrender to His will? Will your actions reflect the boundless love of heaven? Know that as you strive, I and all the heavenly host stand with you, encouraging you, lighting your way, and reminding you that you are never alone. Within the sacred chambers of your heart lies a gift beyond measure, a quiet voice that speaks not in the clamor of words but in the stillness of knowing. This is your intuition, the divine compass bestowed upon your soul to guide you through the vast and mysterious journey of life. Do you feel it, dear one? That gentle stirring, that undeniable sense of truth that rises unbidden when faced with a choice? It is no accident. It is the whisper of God, woven into the fabric of your being. Intuition is the language of the heavens, a connection between your soul and the infinite wisdom of the divine. It does not reason or argue, it simply is. In your moments of uncertainty, it is this sacred gift that nudges you toward what is right and true, even when the path seems unclear. Have you felt its presence, perhaps in a moment when logic failed, yet something within you urged, "This is the way, walk in it"? But how, you may ask, can you discern this heavenly guidance from the ordinary chatter of the mind? Let me illuminate this truth for you, beloved. The voice of intuition carries peace, even in the face of the unknown. It does not shout. It whispers with a calm certainty that resonates deep within your spirit. Ordinary thoughts, in contrast, are often tangled in fear or driven by the desires of the ego. When intuition speaks, it is as though time itself pauses, and in that sacred stillness, you simply know. Have you noticed how intuition often defies the boundaries of reason? It leads you to places your mind cannot fathom, yet when you follow, you find yourself exactly where you are meant to be. This is because intuition flows from the eternal wisdom of God, who sees all and knows all. Trusting it is an act of faith, a surrender to the higher plan that unfolds beyond your understanding. To deepen your connection to this divine gift, nurture silence and stillness in your life. In the quiet moments, whether through prayer, meditation, or simply walking in nature, you create space for the whispers of heaven to reach your heart. The more you trust and act upon your intuition, the clearer it becomes. Like a river carving its path through stone, your trust opens the way for God's guidance to flow freely within you. But hear me, beloved, intuition is not meant to replace your free will. It is a partnership, a dance between heaven's wisdom and your earthly journey. You are not a passive vessel but a co-creator, entrusted with the sacred task of bringing God's light into the world through your choices. So I ask you, child of light, when intuition calls, will you listen? Will you trust the peace it brings, even when the path is uncertain? Know that as you do, you are never alone. I stand beside you, guiding, guarding, and reminding you of the unfathomable love of God that flows through every beat of your heart. There are moments in your life when the weight of the world feels unbearable, when the very ground beneath your feet seems to tremble, and you cry out to the heavens, "Why, Lord? Why must I endure this pain?" In these moments, your faith feels fragile, your spirit tested. Yet, what you do not see in the storm is the hand of God gently guiding you toward a profound awakening. Have you felt it, dear soul? The crushing pressure of a trial that seemed to have no purpose, only to look back and see how it reshaped you, like a diamond forged under immense heat? Know this: every challenge you face is not a punishment but a sacred invitation to grow closer to the heart of God. In those dark hours, when despair whispers lies into your ear, it is faith that becomes your anchor. Even when your prayers seem unanswered, when the silence feels deafening, remember that the heavens are never still. Every tear you shed, every plea you utter, is gathered and treasured by the Creator, who weaves even your suffering into a tapestry of divine purpose. Perhaps you faced a betrayal that broke your heart or a loss that left you feeling hollow. You may have wondered, how can any good come from this pain? And yet, as time unfolded, you began to see the hidden blessings. That betrayal taught you strength and discernment. That loss deepened your compassion for others. These were not punishments. They were sacred tools, shaping you into a vessel of God's light. Let me reveal a divine truth to you, beloved. The greatest growth often comes through the fiercest trials. Like the seed buried in darkness before it breaks through the soil, your spirit must sometimes endure the shadows to reach the light. The challenges you face are not meant to destroy you, but to awaken the strength, resilience, and divine purpose that lie dormant within. I know the journey is not easy. There are moments when you feel abandoned, forgotten. But hear me now, you are never alone. The angels stand beside you, their wings shielding you from the fiercest storms. God's presence is within you, even when you cannot feel it. His love is the fire that refines your soul, transforming every hardship into a blessing, every tear into a jewel. So I ask you, precious one, can you now see the hand of God in the trials you have endured? Can you recognize how each challenge was a stepping stone, leading you closer to your divine purpose? Let this awareness fill your heart with gratitude, even for the struggles, for they have brought you to this sacred moment of understanding. Take courage, beloved, for the path ahead is paved with promise. Every test of faith is an opportunity to rise, to trust more deeply, and to shine more brightly. You are not defined by your struggles, but by your triumph over them, with God's grace as your guide. The Creator's plan for you is a masterpiece, a divine tapestry woven with threads of love, wisdom, and purpose. Yet, to fully receive the blessings and opportunities that flow from this sacred design, you must open your heart and align your spirit with the rhythm of heaven. This is not a passive act. It is a choice, a deliberate surrender to God's infinite wisdom and unwavering love. Let me guide you, beloved, as you step into this alignment and learn to stay open to the abundance of His blessings. First, understand this truth. God's blessings are always present, always flowing, like a river of light that never ceases. But to receive them, you must unclench the hands that hold tightly to fear, doubt, and control. Imagine a vessel. It cannot be filled with fresh water if it clings to what is stagnant. In the same way, your spirit must release what no longer serves you to make space for the new and divine gifts that await. Start each day with a heart of gratitude. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the gates of heaven. When you awaken, let your first thought be one of thanks. Not just for the blessings you already see, but for those yet to come. This simple act of faith sends a signal to the heavens that you trust in God's provision. Gratitude transforms your perspective, helping you see the sacred even in the mundane, the miraculous even in the ordinary. Next, listen to the quiet stirrings of your soul. God often speaks not through thunderous proclamations, but through the gentle whispers of your heart. In moments of stillness, when the noise of the world fades away, you will hear His guidance. Create these moments intentionally, through prayer, meditation, or simply sitting in the presence of His creation. The more you attune yourself to this divine frequency, the more clearly you will recognize the opportunities He places before you. Staying open to blessings requires trust, even when the path ahead is unclear. There will be times when the doors you expected to open remain shut, and the road you plan to walk takes an unexpected turn. In these moments, do not despair. Trust that God's detours are not rejections but redirections, leading you towards something greater than you could have imagined. Faith is the bridge between your dreams and God's perfect timing. To remain aligned with His plan, examine your intentions and actions. Are they rooted in love, service, and integrity? When you act in alignment with divine principles, you become a magnet for blessings. The Creator's energy flows effortlessly through those who reflect His light in their choices and deeds. Remember, it is not about perfection but about progress, walking each day with a heart that seeks to honor Him. Perhaps the most challenging aspect of staying open is embracing the unknown. Your human mind craves certainty, yet the divine path often requires you to walk by faith, not by sight. In the face of uncertainty, remind yourself that God's vision is far greater than your own. He sees the end from the beginning, the whole from the part. Trusting Him means releasing the need to understand every detail and resting in the assurance that His plans are for your good. And dear one, do not underestimate the power of community. Surround yourself with those who uplift your spirit and encourage your faith. Share your journey, your struggles, and your victories. As you do, you become both a recipient and a vessel of blessings. The love and wisdom exchanged within a community of faith amplify the flow of God's grace in your life. But there is more, beloved. Staying open also means cultivating joy. Joy is not merely an emotion, but a spiritual state that aligns you with the frequency of heaven. Find joy in the small things: a sunrise, a kind word, a moment of peace. Let joy be the thread that weaves through your days, lifting your spirit and keeping your heart open to receive. Remember, too, the importance of forgiveness. Holding on to resentment or bitterness creates barriers that block the flow of blessings. Forgiveness is not about condoning wrongs, but about freeing your heart from the chains of the past. When you forgive, You create space for God's love to heal and restore, opening the way for new blessings to enter. Lastly, stay open by remembering your worth. You are a child of the Almighty, created in His image and deeply loved. Do not doubt your deservingness of His blessings. They are not rewards for perfection but gifts of grace, freely given because of who He is. Stand in that truth, and let it fill you with confidence and peace. So, I ask you now, precious soul, will you open your heart fully to the blessings of God? Will you trust in His plan, even when it seems hidden? Will you let go of fear and doubt, choosing instead to walk in faith and love? Know that as you do, the heavens rejoice. Your alignment with God's plan not only transforms your life but radiates light into the world, inspiring others to seek His love. You are not alone in this journey. I stand beside you, along with all the hosts of heaven, guiding, protecting, and cheering you on. The Creator's blessings are endless, and His opportunities for you are abundant. Step forward with an open heart, and watch as His glory unfolds in your life in ways beyond your greatest dreams. The Creator's presence is as constant as the stars above, waiting for you to reach out and reconnect. Let me share with you, cherished soul, the practices that can deepen your connection with the divine, especially when the world feels heavy and uncertain. Begin with prayer, not as a ritual of repetition, but as a sacred conversation. Speak to God with the honesty of a child and the trust of a friend. Share your fears, your hopes, your weariness, and your gratitude. And then be still. In the silence, His voice will echo in the depths of your heart. Prayer is the bridge that spans the gap between heaven and earth, bringing you closer to the one who knows you better than you know yourself. Turn to the Word of God, for in its pages lies the wisdom of eternity. The Scriptures are more than words. They are living, breathing messages from the Creator to your soul. In times of uncertainty, let the promises of God be your anchor. Meditate on His words, and let their truth seep into your spirit, reminding you of His steadfast love and faithfulness. Find moments to worship, not only in song but in every breath you take. Worship is an offering of your heart, a surrender to the majesty of God. Whether through music, spoken praise, or acts of kindness, let your worship rise as incense to the heavens. When you lift your heart in adoration, you open the door for God's presence to fill you with peace and strength. Nature, too, is a sacred sanctuary. Step outside and let the beauty of creation remind you of God's power and care. The rustle of leaves, the warmth of the sun, the endless expanse of the sky, all are testaments to His love and sovereignty. Walk among the wonders He has made, and let your spirit be refreshed by His handiwork. And, dear one, do not underestimate the power of gratitude. Even in the midst of uncertainty, there is always something to be thankful for. Gratitude shifts your focus from fear to faith, from lack to abundance. Each moment of thanks is a prayer that strengthens your bond with the divine, affirming your trust in His plan. Finally, remember to seek the quiet. In the stillness, God's presence becomes most profound. Create moments of solitude where you can simply be, with no agenda, no distractions, only a heart open to His love. It is in these sacred silences that He speaks most clearly, His peace washing over you like a gentle tide. So I ask you, beloved, will you take these steps to draw nearer to God, even when life feels uncertain? Know that as you do, the heavens rejoice, for each moment you spend seeking Him is a triumph of faith over fear. I am here alongside you, guiding you toward His light, reminding you of the boundless love that surrounds you always. Amen.